Well, hello, it's Nancy today. Actually, it's already tomorrow. So now I guess it'll have to be Nancy today. Because it was yesterday. Now it's today. Tomorrow won't really be here for another day. Anyway, I'm just reading comments from people. You guys are so funny. You make such neat comments to me. I like reading them. I haven't been answering as many of them anymore, partly because I don't get around to reading them for a long time, but also because YouTube doesn't really let me comment. I have to go to Google+. So if I get a comment in my inbox, I have to click on your name, and it'll take me to the Google+ page where I can see the videos you've commented on and comment back. Anyway, I keep seeing all these nice things I remember. Like one of these videos showed a picture of my yard outside of the house with this beautiful white snow on it. And that makes me miss it, you know? I really like my house. I like being there. Oh, we have a pretty cool place here at Ben's. See, I got my loom there. Show my big mess of the yarn. Have a big mess trying to unroll it and put it on the other beam. I could end up with a big mess on the other side too. That is not beyond the realm of possibility, you know. I guess I should be quiet and go to sleep. It is after midnight, after all. Anyway, so today is a good day. And I like watching Lie to Me. That's what I've been doing. And I've been knitting. I'm trying to knit a little sweater for Elida's baby. She's not had her baby yet, but when she has her baby, it's a boy. And so I'm knitting a little sweater, but it's turning out to be, I think it'll fit a 6-year-old. But I think the difference between the shoulders of a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old are about the same. I don't think they grow outward too much at that point. They get about so wide, then they get tall, I think. I remember having a coat for, I guess for one of my kids, and they grew, and that coat fit for many years. 4 or 5 years, I think. So they just grew up. They didn't really grow out. Their shoulders didn't change. Okay. I've yawned twice, so if you've got insomnia, you could try and yawn and go to sleep too. Okay, see you later. If you've got insomnia, get off all those energy drinks. Bye-bye. Well, hello, it's Nancy today. This is she. Hello, it's Nancy. Who's this? So we're on our way back to the house today. So glad to go to the house. Home, home, home. We're going to go pick up our temple stuff so we can go to the Montreal temple. Because we're only 2 hours from Montreal here. So we're going to do that. It's really good. You know, it's 4 hours from our house. So we'll go and do that. There's something wrong with my back. I have this one spot right in the middle of my back. It feels like the one vertebrae has just been shoved in, and no way I can turn or nothing I can do fixes it. So I'll go to the chiropractor if I can. Anyway, I haven't talked to you for a long time. I went through my videos this morning, and I thought, you know, I've got a lot of videos with the same names, but they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll just put them all together and delete all those other ones. I think I can whittle this 14,000 videos down a lot if I do something like that.
No, Nancy, no, I want to watch the poll.
Don't worry, you won't see them all. But anyway, they'll all be there. I'll just push them together. So instead of having 2-minute videos, you'll have 60-minute videos. You just watch it for 5 minutes and turn it off like usual. Or skip through. You know, you drag the little thing and you know. It just looks better than 14,000. And it'll be more easy to see something like when I made Christmas Stolen for perfect. It was, but it would turn off when I would record. It'd be nice if I could sort my videos by length, by shortest. I guess if I just search for the number 1 or maybe the number 6, and then all videos that come in 6s, there are 6 of them, then they'll show up. Then I can find the other 5 that go with it, and I can upload them all together. See, because if you go to upload, and then you go down to the bottom, there's a bottom little choice there, little box. There's a bunch of choices. The bottom choice lets you, I don't know, put videos together is the only thing I can do. You click on that, and then you put a new project, you know, and then you put in a name, and then you, over there, you select the videos you want, because the pictures are there. So if you just want, I know how I can do this. Oh, this is so much easier. I can do a search on there. I can put in on there, and there's all these little thumbnails of videos. And if I put in there something like Christmas stolen, then all the Christmas stolen videos. See, when I cook, I have to make a few videos because it takes more than a few minutes to get it ready. And then it also takes one more video to show you what it looked like, right? Because everybody wants to know what it looked like. You never showed us what it looked like. Oh, that was great, but what was it? You have to field all these complaints. So this is my effort at editing. I'm going to be an editor. Sort of. Just a little bit. So what this does, then I click on all those little icons that are related in order. The first video in it has to be, click on that first. So you have them in order. And then click upload or whatever, and it will fix it all for you. There you go. That's the way. That's what I'm going to do. I was thinking of taking all the update videos and putting all the update videos into bigger videos. So you could watch like an hour of updates if you really wanted to. That would be better than having, 14,000 is kind of a lot. Then I delete all the single ones after I put them in this. So you're going to be seeing, like I just did that with my the walk with Willem and I. I had already done it with the fisheye videos. Put them all together. Well, the walk with Willem and I can fix that too.
Willem and me. With Willem and me. There.
Willem and you?
The walk with Willem.
Both of you?
That's how you say it.
I'm glad that I have this English professor for a husband.
That is Dutch English professor.
Because he's Dutch, and English is not his first language. Dutch is his first language. So tell me how to say it in Dutch, darling.
With you and me.
Met Wim.
Met jou en mij.
Met jou en mij. Or something. See, this pain in my back, it feels like I got a rock. I'm leaning against a rock. Oh, I've been working on my loom. Well, my loom is becoming a huge mess of threads. I'm just cutting off threads that are way too tight and then unwinding the rest of it on the beam. It's because it's just a big mess. It's going to be worse. The further I go, the messier it gets. But that's just the way it is. That's just how it's going to be. Because I'm Nancy today and I can do this at home. And results differ every time. Every result differs from every other result. Alright, well there's nothing happening out there on the highway, so it's not really much I can bother showing you. But I have another video on mine. Bye-bye! Good morning. It's Nancy today, and how are you today? Well, we have our daughter is coming over from Germany. She's going to stay for the winter, and so we're going to stay here in Ottawa, and we'll go home now and then, maybe on Thursdays for Mira. But I really am enjoying this. I've got a place in front of the window for my loom. And I got a nice couch.
Well, good morning. It's Nancy today. How's everybody? I guess it's been a while since I made an update. So here's the update. It's a beautiful morning. It's very cold. Minus 22 Celsius. So that's about, I don't know, minus 4 Fahrenheit or something. Minus 26 Fahrenheit? Is that what you said, Willem?
Yeah.
Minus 26 Fahrenheit. Look at this.
Minus 26 Celsius.
It's minus 26 now?
Yeah, Celsius.
Minus 26 Celsius. I don't know what that is. Negative 10 Fahrenheit or something. So we're going to church. Life is good. I have my loom set up by the big window, so I can sit there and work on my warp, which is quite a mess. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. I put the warp on, tied it all, or it's all on the back beam or the front beam. So now I'm moving it to the back beam, and all of a sudden the corner threads are getting tight. I don't know what's with that. I have my bars in there, my Venetian blinds, so I don't know what's happening with that. I'll have to fix that though. So I've got some earphones so you can hear me. You can hear me very well, right? I can whisper and I bet you can still hear me. Anyway, so lately, instead of doing videos, I have been combining old videos and putting them together. So taking 9 videos and making one, so I can delete the 9 and have better, longer videos. Almost like I've edited them because you keep jumping from one to the next. So I did that with my bread making and with some kayaking and making cookies with Daniel and making marble squares and making Christmas stone. So it's working well. See the ice on the window? We just better not have an accident because it's pretty darn cold out there. Look at the new bridge. So all these houses here near the new bridge, those are duplexes. No, I guess garden homes. Those are support families. We make houses very big here. At home we have a little house, you know that. I kind of like my little house. So we're staying at Ben's because it's winter at home, and it's certainly not winter in Ben's house. It's very warm. It's nice to be with the family. We haven't been with the family like this. It's good to get to know his wife and to be of help. In case people need transportation, we have a car. They use the bus. They're very bus people, so they don't own cars. They just rent them on the weekend for $9 a day. And then we can do things like go to the border to pick up purchases and whatever else. And so our dear little girl from Germany is coming over tomorrow. That'll be lots of fun. And I finished watching Lie to Me. I've watched all the episodes now, and so now I'm watching White Coat. Have you seen that before? It's a great show. I'm not sure how many seasons there are, but we started with the pilot, season 1, episode 1. It's very good. It's about a guy who was in jail for some white-collar crimes, and I think he's a perfect forger, and he forges paintings and different things like that. So So he's been hired or been released from jail into the custody of the FBI to help them solve cases. And he's very good, and he's very funny. And he's a charmer with all the ladies. And the FBI guy in charge of him sees him flirting with some girl or getting her attention, and he says, "Do all the..." And the guy said, Neil, he says, "No, there was..." And then he says the name, "So-and-so in kindergarten. She didn't like me. I had a gap in my teeth." Anyway, it's a very good show, and it's clean. I like shows that are not filled with swearing or sex. It's just clean, nice show. So it's fun to watch that, catching the bad guys, and there's not a lot of shoot 'em up either. So that's also good. And yet it is drama and comedy. It's great. But there's not piped in laughter, of course. That would not be any good. So I decided that I don't have my hats. I don't have any hats. And really, who is Nancy today without a hat? I'm just anybody. So I'm going to get some hats from home. I think so. Our house is going to be very cold, however. So we'll have to wear our mittens when we're inside. Maybe I'll make a video of it for you. I'm glad it's clear skies. At least it is here, but there's this suspicious cloud on the horizon. But it's on the east, so it's probably going away. The west is what you have to be worried about. That's the west. There's clouds over there. Anyway, I certainly like all your comments. I'm trying something new. When people subscribe to me, several a day, maybe 7 or 10 a day subscribe, I go to their name and then to see if they have a Google Plus page. And if they do, I go over there and I see the videos that they've been watching. And then I'm able to watch those videos if I'm interested and comment. And then you can see those because it's shared on Google Plus. It's also an easy way to respond to comments. If somebody comments and I try to go to Google or go to YouTube to respond, I have realized that what I need to do is not see if there's a reply underneath their comment, but I need to click on their face, and that will take me to their Google page. And then from there, I can find the video that they commented on, and I can comment on it. And then it shows up under the comment. I know it's quite a lot of rigmarole, so it's easier than going to the YouTube page to just click on there instead of going to reply or see all comments or see comment. Instead of clicking on that in my email, I just click on their face. And then if they've commented on more videos, I could see them all there and I can comment on all of them. So I don't have to go the other direction. I guess this is Google's idea, and I discovered how to do it their way. Because you can't really click on the YouTube video and expect to comment there anymore. Comment on comments. I think you have a small window of opportunity, and if you miss that window of opportunity, then it's no longer an option for you. I know I'm jumping all over the place. I'm doing my jumping jacks. It's my exercise. Hey, you know what? If a trampoline is good exercise because it bounces all your internal organs, then riding in a car on a bumpy road must be good exercise too. That must actually exercise your internal organs, especially your stomach. So don't have a big meal before you go on a bumpy road. See, at this temperature, the salt that's on the road that has turned the water, the ice or the snow to water, that freezes at this temperature at -20. The salt freezes. So now you get black ice. just like you get in Georgia if you have no salt. So we don't usually have to deal with ice. So today's another wonderful family day. We're going to church and then we're going to our daughter's for dinner. And our other daughter's going to come and our son's going to be there. And we're going to have a lovely time. And then we'll take everybody home, go back to Ben's. We'll go by our house, get my hats, get my knitting machine. All right, well, I guess I've talked your ear off long enough. So you have a good day, and whatever lemons life gives you, make lemonade. Very easy. Just turn it around. See what the good is. When there's something miserable, see the good in it, or the good around it. And you have a lovely life. Bye. You heard it here last.
Well, hello, it's Nancy today. My hair is very flattened down, isn't it? This is looking in the mirror for you. Oh, I just got it cut, and it's whatever it is. Anyway, so I guess we're going to sleep upstairs. It's already warm up here. It's, the toilet is still full of ice. And in the basement, I had to put the, hair dryer. Had to put the hair dryer on the valve in the basement to turn it on so it would, and then we put in the panel box, we turned on the water pump from the well. So we'll see what happens. Yes, indeed. But there's no water moving yet. So I guess it's frozen in the basement. Those pipes could break. I guess if those pipes break and water comes gushing out in them, then we have to turn off the water pump. Then we have to call a plumber. Well, it's been pretty cold. It's been like the Arctic here. Anyway, I cleaned up the room so we have a nice place to sleep up here. I cleaned off, got rid of all the junk. And so here we go. Time to be here. Bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, we're home. We're lighting the fire, making it nice and warm in here. I've got Darla's beautiful blanket on me. There's no place like home. There's no place like home for the holidays. Well, it's been a long time since I talked to you. So there's supposed to be a big storm tomorrow. So we're home ahead of the storm. It was so nice driving out here. It was so nice because it was beautiful snow and beautiful trees and forests. It's really way out in the wilderness. And yet there are people out here. There are neighborhoods, or sort of. But it's so nice. And the house is very cold, but not as cold as it was yesterday. We came home for a couple days and it was very, very cold. But now it's much warmer. Now this is what winter is supposed to look like. Don't you think? I think it's so pretty. I can look at it some more. And I think this is where houses should be. Far enough apart. Not so big that they block the sky or the scenery. This is my kind of world.
how many inches of snow. Let's see, 5 centimeters plus 15 centimeters. That's 20 centimeters, which is about 10 inches. 8 inches? 2.5 centimeters make an inch. So 8 inches of snow. Haha. Want to watch the snow? Okay. We'll drive through the snow. So nice when we've had a bit of freezing, because then it won't, the snow won't blow everywhere. It's not a good thing when the snow blows and as the wind blows. The snow is filling the air. Isn't this beautiful? Oh my gosh, so pretty. So if I wasn't in a good mood before, I am just seeing this beautiful day. A real Canadian winter day. Don't you think, Mom?
Yes.
A normal day for winter. White sky, white ground, white air, beautiful trees. Those are spruces, black spruce, white spruce, blue spruce, white cedar. Just the best place in the world to be. And there's even a little bit of salt in the center of the road to thaw it out for us. That's right. So we've been to town. We bought everything we could possibly think of buying. We wanted to get the... this is a little bit of a hill. I don't know if this car will go up the hill properly. Got the salt on there yet. There were 2 deer beside the house this morning, or on the plateau. Actually, they're in the way and beyond. And they did something unusual. I thought deer just pooped as they walked, but these guys actually kind of squatted down. It was very unusual. I've never seen that before. Like a dog. So we bought all kinds of stuff to fix our plumbing. Lots of stuff. We didn't get the piece I really need for the kitchen. So we got lots of other stuff. There's salt on the shoulder. Must have been from pushing the snow off the side of the road. And the snow melted, but the salt is still there. Crawl low under smoke. Look at those black spruces. Their little pointy tops. Nothing in the slightest?
Although soon we come to our tamarack stand. Well, our tamarack stand, the tamarack stand around here. There will be no needles on the tamarack. There will be.
Where are they? Here?
Tamarack close, I think. Maybe a bit closer to home. Yeah, they're closer to home. Just before you get to Sharon or whatever.
Good morning, it's me. I hope my hair looks good. I hope I'm just looking proper. Oh, I should take a leaf out of my children's books. They know how to do it right. Would you like to see our view out the window this morning? We are at home. We sleep in this little bedroom here. See that painting I painted once upon a time? I put it in behind a window frame. Doesn't it look nice looking out at that beautiful rushing waterfall as if it were a window? Ha! And this room is to the loft, and down below is the heat. So I have this light up here, which I am going to replace with this light. But before I do that, oh, look at the blue jay sitting right there. Oh, he's gone. Look at all these tracks. See all these tracks down here? They go around the edge and go right down all the way across here. We have deer. And you probably can't see it, but there's also tracks down there. And that's the teepee for at the end of the pond. You can just see the little yellow bit on the top. That's the wood. Windy day. Means it'll be cold out there. There's the blue jay. Oh, there goes the second blue jay. Isn't that gorgeous? In my hammock. Hammock right there. Oh, I see smoke. Wilma's working on the wood stove. I think it would be so cool to be standing right here and looking out and seeing a deer. That pile of snow right there is on the little feeder, bird feeder. Our thermometer is attached to Dr. Well. That's Maple Cove. These are maples right here. They were just tiny. They were like 6 feet tall, 4 feet tall. Actually, when we moved there, they were just sprouts. Blue jays down there. It's such a beautiful place here. There's so much to look at out the window. Those shingle mountains are interesting, but very little to observe, except people. And I'm not really into people watching and knowing about what people are doing. I'd rather know about what nature's doing. See, now we are on a hill right here, and there's a valley in between, and then there is another big hill. Let's see if you can see into it. See, right in here, that is snow. Let me see if I can make it lighter for you. Not really. But anyway, the hill goes all the way up. I guess this is the top of the hill. Where's my finger? This is the top of the hill right there. Oh, here comes the wood stove wood. Will be smoke. Will be warming up. Good morning. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Now and then I think of making a video to say hello, and I don't. Life has been complicated lately. We've been staying in Ottawa. Our son and daughter and other son and his wife are all there, and we have broken plumbing, and so we were just staying in there anyway and being with everybody. It was nice. But my son has to study for his job. He's got to learn some stuff, and it's too noisy in his house right now. So we have come home to give him a break. and to fix the plumbing. So today I'm going to fix the plumbing. First I'm going to change this light because I've always wanted to change this light. I think those screws need to come out. The screws that go into here to hold this, they need to come out. Looks like this has been, no, it's probably alright. I want this because put 3 60-watt light bulbs in there. And right now you can only put 1. So I'm taking that down. That was moved so that the paint could be done. So I'm going to climb up on this chair and I'm going to do it. You can watch if you want. I don't know if you can see anything from there. What can you see from there? Not a lot. Let's see if we can do it now. Hello. I have wanted to throw this away for a million years. Oh, the whole thing is 60 watts. You can't put 60 in each. two of those little knobbies that go on to hold this on after I put it on. Well, I guess I should go down and get those little knobbies first. Could you see anything at all? I was working up there. All right, goodbye. Well, hello. It's Nancy today. And how are you today? I haven't been making updates, but I think I better start making updates just because that's what I do. So, look how little my eyes are, how they squish down. Somebody else had eyes like mine, and they squish down when they smile. I like looking at this in this little mirror camera, you know. Well, so what shall I tell you? It's winter. Today is February the 8th, perhaps? Don't know, something like that. And we're at Ben's. And two more of the kids came over. And it was really nice to have everybody here. And we had our grandson. He's 10, I guess. That's right. And Kate's fiance. And I made bread today. Yes, indeed. I made my homemade bread the way I used to make it. I used oil and molasses, water, wheat and yeast, or flour, whole wheat flour and yeast. But it didn't turn out the best way. Well, the pans are these sort of a rubber pan, but the sides get bigger, you know. They don't hold it tight, like they're not metal. Anyway, but Abe ate half a loaf, so must have been good. That was nice. And then I put some bread dough in the bread maker for pizza dough. So we had that, and I'm still doing my juice fast. So this is the 5th day that all I've had is liquids. I've been drinking a lot of nettle tea. Nettles have so much vitamins, and they are so good for you. And the tea is very nice and soothing. It's kind of like a vegetable. It doesn't have a taste that you want to put sugar in, like peppermint or something where you think it's supposed to be sweet. But nettle tea is very nice the way it is. So, I checked the plumbing at home. Did I tell you that? There's a break in the... I discovered 2 more breaks in the pipe. And when I went to move the pipe to have a look at it, it broke right off, or it just came off in my hand. And it's broken now where it goes under the floor and then through the wall. See, the house was originally, the kitchen part is an addition. And so the wall of the house, the main frame of the house, is between the piano room and the kitchen. Anyway, so I tried shoving another pipe through. I thought, well, maybe I can just fish pipes right straight through and then be able to see them where they connect to the main entrance, because the basement is only, you know, very, very shallow. Like between the joists and then plus this much or something. So it's no longer a job that's going to be easy. I did fix the pipe that was broken. No, I found 2 more breaks. That's right. So now there are 4 breaks. But one is so serious that I don't think I can do it. and I think I should reroute the pipes in the kitchen so they are not against the outside wall and they don't freeze so quickly. But that's not the part that broke anyway. The part that broke was against the wall to the main house. Anyway, so we're back at Ben's tonight because we were visiting with the family. So we'll go back to our house for the weekend for a few days. Give them a break from all of us. We've had a lot of us around. So is there something else that you wanted to know? My weaving is coming along. I did take the knitting machine downstairs and put it on the table in the basement so I could set that up and weave down, or do some, whatever that's called, knitting machining. Anyway, so there's your update. Oh, so Ben made pizzas, little pizzas tonight. Lots of stuff on them. They were really good little pizzas. But I didn't have any. I haven't missed food. You know, drinking all this carrot juice and different kinds of smoothie juice. The one from Bolthouse Farms, the green goodness, I think it's called. Anyway, that was good. Alright, well, I have nothing else to say, so I guess I'll say good night. I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. See you tomorrow.
Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, we're on our way back to our house with all of our broken pipes. Plumbing is such a hassle in my life. And since it's Saturday, there's no plumber that will come until Monday. So, or without time and a half. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of it. We might be able to do all of it. I don't know. Anyway, so we're heading back home. And I plan to go snowshoeing and go for a walk. I'd like to go for a walk through the Triaqua Trail. I don't know if we'll actually get that done. That would be nice. Would you like to do that, Mom?
Sure.
I'd like to snowshoe Everfar Labyrinth again. And we're dropping little Virginia, who's not so little, and is also not called Virginia anymore, Scarlet. We're dropping her off at Elida's so she can spend some time with Elida. And then we're going to go home and enjoy life at home, I hope. I'd like to do some pottery, but we have to get plumbing before we have pottery. Otherwise I can't clean up. And I also don't have any water to put in the, do my stuff with. Anyway, that's the update. It's a nice day. We are leaving Ottawa. The roads are dry and just dry salt, at least here. Out in the country it's different, you know. In Ottawa you're quite distant from the winter. Winter really is not part of your existence when you're in the city, except that you have the dirty edges of the roads, and now and then you have some snow. Oh yes, and you get some accidents. But otherwise, life is pretty easy in the city with winter. Alright, well that's all I had to say. I'll talk to you again. Bye.
Hello, it's Nancy today. That would be me. Well, we're back in our house. It feels so nice to be home, and we've warmed it all up. So the whole house is warm. And it's been so nice to just hang out. Willem's been on his computer computing, and I cleaned up the living room so it was like our home again. You know, we haven't been here much since we left in December. You know, I think I can count on one hand the number of times we've been here. Maybe 1.5 hands. Anyway, tonight I was watching, it was a series, but it was a very short-lived series. It was in 2007, and it only lasted for, you know, I don't know, part of the year. Anyway, Sorry, it's 1 in the morning. It's just so nice to be here. I didn't want to go to bed. But, so the name of it was Traveler. It was really good. It was really good. It was like The Fugitive. But anyway, it stopped short after episode 8. That was all they did. But they were good episodes. Of course, they got more rough as they go on. I find that television shows do that. The first season is really nice and upstanding, and everything about it is, G. And then the second season, they add a little bit of spice. And by the third season, they really let loose on the morals. Fourth season, So a lot of them I don't watch for very many seasons because they fall apart. But the first seasons are good. I like White Collar. The first season was nice and clean. Second season was pretty good. And the third season, well, it's gone downhill. Morally speaking. I like to watch things that have high standards. Things that are not bad. Anyway, it's really nice to be home. And now that I'm home, I could probably make a lot more updates. I get really stifled when I'm, when you're in somebody else's home. You don't want to make videos because you're in their home. And you don't want to video them and their home and stuff. And, of course, when you're not home, most of the projects you'd like to do, you can't do because you're not at home to do them. But I did take my loom with me. It's still at Ben's. We'll have to go back there a bit, but anyway, now we can be at home. Where the snow is beautiful and the deer are outside. The deer will stop coming so close to the house now because when Willem plays the piano, it's quite loud and it's out there for the outside of our house can hear it. Oh, and about my juice diet. It's not a diet because you can't stick to something like this. But after I had that colonoscopy, on Monday I had to drink this gallon of stuff, this clear liquid, which was kind of like Gatorade. But anyway, and it cleaned me out so clean. I mean, there was nothing in there at all. Perfectly clean as a whistle. And then they did the scope thing on Tuesday, and I thought, what am I going to eat? It's good for my body. I don't want to clog it up with junk again. And so I couldn't think of anything good enough to eat, so I thought, well, I'll just have carrot juice. And a little bit of other juices, but mostly carrot juice and water. And I felt fine. My daughter got me to count the calories, so I have this MFP or MPF account, Nancy Today, my fitness program or something like that. My fitness MFP. I think that's it. Anyway, so I'm logging all my calories, all my stuff, and it also says all your vitamins, and so you can go through and see what vitamins you've had for the day and which ones you hadn't. So I took a vitamin pill. Because really, you can't overdose on vitamins. In 20 years, there have been 10 deaths of people overdosing on vitamins, whereas there have been hundreds of thousands of people who have overdosed on medication I shouldn't say overdosed. Hundreds of thousands of people who have died taking prescribed medicine, the way it was prescribed from normal expected side effects. Anyway, so you can take lots of vitamins. Vitamins are good for you. Especially if you eat junk food, because you're not getting all your vitamins. Take one a day. Anyway, I feel great. I have a few aches and pains, but not much. Not as much as usual. I haven't been doing any movement in it all, though. I haven't done any exercise or gone for walks. But it is the dead of winter. The middle of February almost. What is this, the 8th of February? Yeah.
see is parts of this wall are in bad shape, cracks in the wall and funny stuff like that. Oh well, I won't bother to show you, but I will show you the new light I put in. I can do it properly. There. Isn't that pretty? Those are the cracks in the wall. And these are from mudding without having it perfectly, without it being taped. I guess it was painted without being taped and mudded first. I think I asked my son to do it, and I think that's what we get. Oh well, that's the way it is. My house is a work in progress. Nothing is finished. That's why they say finish one room absolutely and completely before you start another one. Otherwise you end up with a house like my house where every room has something wrong and something right. Anyway, so that's the long and the short of it, mostly the long of it. So I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, it's Nancy today. Look what it looks like outside. It's so sunny. It's just beautiful. I love the hills around us. Look at the lines on the snow. All these lines. The shadows of the trees. It's the early morning, 9:30 sun. Oh, I hear noise. There's something happening over here. Oh, look, it's a blue jay. Oops. It was a blue jay. You know why I love looking out the windows? I think part of it, it's very beautiful, but also the work of my hands. I planted everything. Willem helped me plant the fruit trees. Just so nice to see it all. And it's so enjoying, Big fat blue jay. Look at how fat he is today. When they're puffed up like that, it means they're cold. Oh, look, there's one up there in the tree, right there. He's all puffed up. Oh, the other one just flew up above him. They're sunning themselves to get warm. See how they puff out their probably can't, but anyway, I can. I like looking at them. I once saw an owl in that tree. I think it was a saw-whet owl. It's kind of orangey. I used to put bird food on these little platforms. That was before I could afford bird feeders. This platform no longer has a flat thing on it. I had them in front of every window. Let's see if they're still in front of other windows. No. This one you know about. That's because my desk used to be over here. And I used to be able to sit at my desk and watch the birds on there. And I think I had one here too, but you just gotta, oh there it is, yeah, right there. We used to have a shingle roof, but we have a metal roof on it now, and I think the snow broke this eaves trough off. We'll deal with it later. Look at how high the snow comes here. Very fresh. Oh, look at those beautiful birch trees. Boy, there's been lots of activity over there. Looks like he slept up there. Looks like a deer bed. Foxes like to be on the top of the hill where they can get a good look around. I just love that view up there. The ridge. It's cold. Sometimes you can tell by the look of the trees how cold it is. They get very white when they're cold. Light. And when they're warm, they get dark. Looks like that's rabbits. Oh, a blue jay right behind me. Well, the wind is coming in the window. Gotta be careful not to disturb that snow or it'll come back to bite me. Wouldn't be able to close the door. Look how deep it is on my hammock. That's the hammock over there. And my chair. Those deer tracks here look so big. They're huge. Almost like a bear. But it's melted and thawed many times, so. Often at the base of a tree you'll see a big splat of hard tracks, which is where a squirrel has jumped out of the tree to get on the floor. This is Celsius, so it's 13 degrees Fahrenheit. I've spent so many hours and afternoons lying in that hammock. And that hammock there, less in that hammock because of the mosquitoes. And many winters lying in this hammock right here in the sun. And many, 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 many afternoons in this hammock over here. Isn't that nice? I just love looking out the window. It's one of the things I do. I look out the windows. But I love this window too. And I have my chair here where I can turn it and sit so I can look out the window. It must have been damp yesterday and the frost has clung to the trees overnight. I never did hang up my Christmas lights. Christmas this year really was a little different. Very different. We went away to Georgia, we came back and had a crisis and moved to Ottawa for a while. And see if I put it right against the door, so you still see the reflections. I think it's because it's double pane glass. I'd like to bring in the shovel so I can easily use the shovel out there to get water to thaw. Snow to thaw to water. So beautiful. Man, I could just sit here all day and look at it. How did I get so blessed to have this wonderful thing? You know, my two oldest kids they're very wealthy people. And, you know, we're not. We're just normal. And yet we have this amazing property. We bought this property for $80,000, just to let you know. that we are not amazingly wealthy. And that was a very difficult price, which we worked with. And that's when everything livable cost the most, well, whatever. So 150 was normal, but we got this for 80. I'm just so blessed. You know, I have all these windows, and so it's really not important to go outside, I think, sometimes, because I have all these windows, and they're so helpful for taking me outside. See the tracks around the edge of the porch? Look at those two chickadees sitting on the wires. Look at this squirrel. Oh my, he's almost a brownish black. Not your typical black squirrel. But he's not a red squirrel. Red squirrels are smaller. So much easier to feed the squirrels on the table and the floor, and then they leave the bird feeder alone. Now the raccoons are different, but they're hibernating now. See, we've been sleeping up there, so the heat from the wood stove rises and goes up there into that room. It's very nice. Well, I guess I've been looking out these windows for a while. I've been weaving on my loom, my mop yarn, my pink mop yarn. I almost used it up. I have this little pile left. Another little pile not as big. And that is all of this pink. I'd like to use it for a stair runner. That's the plan. I don't think it's long enough. I'll have to pull it off up there to have a look. I'll have to measure it on the stairs. My son thinks I should buy treads and risers and just put in a beautiful stairway on top of the stairs. I don't think I can do that. Oh well, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, it's Nancy today. Well, I would really like to go for a walk today, but I don't want to get out of bed. So I definitely have a problem here. But it's sunny. See how sunny it is out there? Very sunny. Look, you're in the sun. I want to go down and look at the stream. It was negative 24 last night. So you know what that means. Yes, that means that the ice on the stream is going to have changed. It might even be frozen over the top. Our stream never freezes over. It's a, what's they call it? Freshwater stream. Hey, I'm upside down. Look at that. How did that happen? Hello, it's Nancy today. Now you're upside right. See how sunny it is out there? Yes, well, I want to go for a walk. I don't want to get out of bed. So I definitely have one problem to overcome before I even go for a walk. Two problems, because it's negative 24. And how do you get warm enough when it's negative 24? I ask you. It takes a lot of work. Lots of work. And am I up to a lot of work already? I don't know. I was trying to tell if it was sunny outside by looking out the window, and it was kind of hard to tell with this window here. I couldn't tell if it was blue sky. Now that is definitely sunshine up there. Oh, it's cold enough I had to wear clothes to bed under my two covers. One, I have two of them here. I have a comforter, a sheet, which is crooked, a sheet, and a comforter, and another comforter. You know the best way to get yourself warm if you're in bed and it's cold? Put another sheet on top of your comforter. It's amazing. It covers up all the heat and it keeps it in. Of course, I also have this nice little heater down here, you see? And I could just turn it on. And then it'll warm me up too. Look at all that sunshine. Look at that! We have rainbows. Now I wonder if I could put that rainbow around my face. Look at that! I'm radiating rainbows. On account of my amazing aura. Look at that. There, it's all coming from me now. Isn't that great? There we go. I had a wonderful time yesterday. My daughter and I went out to visit Elida in her restaurant. And we just hung out, and, I mean, Elida was busy. She was restauranting, but Ginny and I just hung out and had a wonderful time. We just chitted and chatted and played like mom and daughters are supposed to do. It was awesome. Wait a minute. Where's my rainbow? There we go. The lady with the rainbow on her face. Look how it's radiating right from my body. Ha! I must be amazing. Look at that. I love it. I wonder if you could see it. I can see it. It looks great. So I've been watching on Netflix, I've been watching Suits. I really like Suits. I'm really, I don't know. Hey, where's my rainbow? I gotta get my rainbow back. Rainbow, uh-oh. You know the sun moves at 15 degrees an hour? So I guess it moved. Wait, no, there's the rainbow. Just a little bit of it. There we go. Ha! That's great. You can do this at home. Results may differ. You know what I did before? I had mirrors on the ceiling above the windows. And they were at the right angle, so from lying in the bed, I could see outside. I could see the hollow and the teepee on the other side and the forest, and perhaps even a deer, if one went by, was out there. And I was lying in bed here yesterday, and the sun was cascading across the ceiling, wherever the ceiling is, and showing up these amazing cobwebs. I haven't been up here for a long, long time. Oh, now look how I radiate. Oh! You like that? I like that. I should put my face over here so it looks like it's coming from me. Perfect. Anyway. Life is fun. It is, if you let it be. It helps if you don't have any problems. I have no problems. Life is good. And I'm a liar. I'm a big liar. We have no plumbing. We have a crisis in our family. And have all these other things happening. But I can be happy. I can do difficult things. Where's that sunlight again? Let's see if I can find that rainbow. I can see clearly. Where's that rainbow gone? So how did I get it before? Oh, I see something there. There we go. Doesn't look like it's coming from me though. There. Oh, that's better. Just move the camera down. It's fun to play with you. Alright, where's this rainbow again? I don't know how I get the rainbow. Okay, there's the sun. For whence radiates rainbows. Oh man, it won't work. I give up. What would Nancy do? She would give up. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence you tried. Okay, all evidence is going to be destroyed. Well, I love you guys. I'm glad you're out there. Otherwise I wouldn't have a reason to look at my camera and smile and laugh and make jokes. It's just me and my camera here, lying in the bed. Hello, camera. Hello, Nancy. Oh, look, there's the rainbow. Alright, whatever. Okay, I'll see you later. Now you have a good day, you hear? Y'all come back now, eh? I'm mixing my colloquials or whatever they are. Okay. Ta-ta. And if anybody, like my kids are watching this, say hi. Make a comment. Darn it. Let me know you watched it. Let me be part of your life as well as you part of my life. Alright. Ta-ta. I'm going to push the button. Here I go. There's the light. That's the camera, but the button is over here. Bye. Well, it's time for a walk. You know the drill. Away we go. Look how dark these spruce trees are. They almost look like black spruce. Hey, this might be a black spruce. Wouldn't that be cool? Much darker than this one. Or that one. That's a balsam. Hi. I know, we have deer. They go right up there to the top of the hill. And they jump off the cliff, I guess. I think I better get my poles. What? I have two. Hi, Lemon. Boy, that's a cold breeze, isn't it? Cold, cold, cold. You carry one of these? I should put the other one on. Look at that, it's frozen. Must have been wet. Okay, there we go. No, because I have to hold my camera. For all our friends. Say hi.
Hi.
I hope they couldn't see up your nose. I was holding it at the wrong angle.
Oh, you have to edit it down.
Ah, that's what I like to do. Edit. Look at all these deer tracks. They know where we live.
He's sliding.
He was jumping. He jumped. Well, maybe, yeah. There were two of them.
You're sliding down the hill.
Yeah, two. One's over here. One's over here. Slip sliding away. Swimming in there.
Oh, yeah.
cold. I'd like to go snowshoeing across the Triaco. We're on our way to the temple. Happy, happy, happy. I just yelled at Willem. Oops, deer. Sorry. There were 3 deer, and they were right in front of us. But there's a school bus behind, but I knew the school bus would stop for us. Anyway, we'll just watch and see if there's any more deer. On this beautiful sunny day to be going to the temple. I certainly hope the weather is good the whole way and back. Otherwise, there's been a lot of huge long pileups on the 401 this winter. This winter has been the winter of all winters, hasn't it? Of course, for us, because we have hot water. But you know, we're pretty good at melting snow and filling up our bucket. What do we need water for anyway? We'll go to somebody else's house if we have to, you know, get a shower.
But the Wilbur has been cold.
That's right. He's waiting.
You see.
He has to have his son, who's really skinny, crawl in the crawl space to get to the place where he can feed it through the wall. For deer. I have my camera on so I can see in case they're here. They're really, really dark. They blend in with the road. The color that the road is now. I love our deer. I just think they're so beautiful, and they're seeing that deer by the side of the house. I mean, he was just feet from me, maybe 2 feet away, when he put his head up and looked in my eyes. He was amazing. This big, huge, round eye. I've never seen a live deer that close before. I mean, I could reach out and pet him. But, of course, I was in the wind inside. So I couldn't reach out and pet him. I'm going to start making a little tiny pair of socks for a little baby that's coming. Not that I know what I'm doing. I'm really good at doing stuff I don't know, but I'm going to try and make little tiny feet, and then I'm going to just keep going and seeing if I can make a whole little suit for him. How hard can it be, actually? Must not be too hard. I don't think we have any more deer. Well, I'm going to let you go, dear. Deers. But only one of you is watching at a time while you're watching. No matter how many of you watch, which isn't all that many really, considering, you know, how famous you all think I am. I brought my violin. It's in the back. It's right there. I can practice. I haven't played my violin in so long. I really need to play my violin. Blindingly white, isn't it? Look at that, it's very blinding. Well, we aren't seeing any deer yet. As you know, we're waiting for the deer. Isn't this beautiful? I've been watching Suits. Suits' life is the antithesis of my life. Not Mike. Mike is a humble guy. He knows he's doing something wrong, and he knows he's going to get caught. And it's, you know, it's interesting because it shows you living a lie and what it does to you. You know, it's really bad for you to live a lie. It's bad for your spirit. Messes you up. Like, he's not joyful and happy. Of course, nobody on TV is joyful and happy, but
Also bars in his life.
That's right, always bars. Look at these hills. Beautiful hills. This used to be a very windy road. It went over there. Oh, and it went over there. And it crossed this road about every 50 feet, maybe every 100 feet. It came back out right here.
And it was a cow path, remember this?
And so it was windy. And it went out, it went through there, around the loop, and then it came back out here. And it went back in, I don't know, here I guess. And it came across, I think that house was built on where the road was. It went across here, into here. And it went across there. And then it came out at the edge of these mountains. And it went way down into this valley. Way down across that little thing. And it came back up again. And then it went across somewhere here. It took forever to drive this way. It went that way. Anyway, that was the end of that. And then it was still pretty windy. It wasn't quite as windy. Well, I don't know what it was like. Yeah, I went up there. Down there. No deer in that field whatsoever. Look at that. Not a single deer. None. They must have dogs. But look, we have lots of snowmobile tracks here. No deer in that field either. The deer would usually play there all summer, right? This is a nice big field. So there's nothing for them in the winter. I'm gonna get a bale of hay, put it on the compost pile for our deer. I can watch them. Oh, I didn't mean there was one. I can watch the deer. Trail right down there. So this must be where they cross. It's interesting with the camera you can see that there's clouds across there, but with the naked eye, you can't. Clean the windshield for me, please. Looks like ice. What's the temperature?
Minus 15 Celsius.
I love the way the curves look. But you know, when you're driving, that's one part of the road where you never see what's in the side of the road. There's a big double S curve near us, and the side of the road looks so awesome. Is that a person standing there? It is. The school bus is going to come and pick them up. Nope, it was a worker. Looks like where the road went before too. Crossing the highway, do we? But they cross these little roads. Well, this is not a little road.
Every once in a while you can see a big bloody mess on
Well, that's true.
the 4-lane highways. There once wasn't here.
Down on the way south, on 81 South, I've counted a dozen dead deer on the road in my long journeys. Does Windows 8 have Windows Movie Maker on it? Guess we don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know whether Windows 7 has Movie Maker on.
What are you on?
7.
Windows 7? Oh yeah, you might have it on there. She says, thinking about using his computer.
Yeah, I can't even log on. I got Nancy's song email. Sorry.
Hello, it's me, Nancy, today. I have a migraine starting. I already had the aura, you know, the crack in your vision where you get this bright light that it's jagged, and then it gets bigger and bigger. It's a blind spot in your vision at first, and then it gets bigger and bigger until it's like it's a circle. Then it stops. Then the pain starts. And so I read somewhere, if you heat up your fingers and your toes, or feet and your hands, and you put ice on your neck, this bottle was in the car overnight, so it's pretty cold, then it'll take the blood from your head, it'll shrink the veins back, and it'll send the blood to your extremities instead. So I don't know if it works or not, but I'm working on it. I want you to see how few cars are on the 401. I never see the 401 with this few cars. It's Saturday morning. Isn't that amazing? It's almost empty. Imagine calling that almost empty. great because I don't have any pain now. I think I'm doing good. I think I'll put on my sunglasses though. The sun feels so good. In February, the sun is much warmer than it is in January. They're kind of dirty. Dusty. The one thing about the sun is it's always right up here near the top of the window. Never gets higher than that in the winter. In Ontario, 'cause it's the roads are nice and dry. There's no snow coming down. Of course, it looks like there's clouds on the horizon. They really remove all the snow from this highway. Amazing. That's a lot of land covered to move snow away. You know, after the ice storm of '98, they said there was enough downed trees that you could cover the 401 from Toronto to Montreal with, how much was it? 4 inches of
No idea.
chips?
First I heard of it.
Well, I heard of it. 4 inches or a foot or something. It was enough chippings that had to be done, or that was done. And Brampton now has lots of branches down. And they're all still in the trees, hanging in the trees broken. But they can't get to them because the branch tips are in the snow. Stuff like that. Yeah, now it's an easy drive here again. It's hard to believe. It's usually not this open until you get to Oshawa. Or beyond Oshawa. Alright, well that's your latest traffic update. Traffic and weather with Nancy today.
Hello, it's Nancy today. I guess I haven't actually made an update for a long time. A long time. So let's see what's been happening in my life. Well, we're back at home. I love it at home. We're melting snow on the wood stove to accumulate water for flushing the toilets. And the insurance is going to pay for our plumbing. Yes! And they're going to come and assess it and take pictures today. And, snowing. And looking beautiful. And that's my sweetheart. And I made soup today. I made lentil soup. I was going to show you how to do it, and the camera died. So I only showed you a half a minute or something, so I didn't bother to put it on. Oh, and we put up a television screen. I think we put it up too high. Should be down half that high. That's the way it goes. And
What else has been going on? We've been sleeping upstairs. Oh, and sometimes Virginia comes over. She's here from Germany for 2 months. She's came for, because Lida's pregnant, and just because family had a problem and family needed to be around. And so she's here. She's going to come and stay over tonight. She stayed over the other day. Of course, we still don't have plumbing. Maybe we will by tomorrow. Yes. They're sending Service Master to come and check it out and fix it all. And it's going to put our insurance rates up by $100 a year for 5 years. Or we should get a new floor and a new kitchen, fix the ceiling in the bedroom. So, the deer came again yesterday at 4:30, but Willem was opening the bathroom window to put compost out and didn't realize it, but the deer was there. So, I don't know how long it'll be before he comes back. It's now a dangerous place for him. Anyway, anything else I should tell you? I love winter. Love my Willem. Love my family, my kids. And I like cutting up the snow to put in the ice into the containers on the wood stove. Oh, will you buy me a great big pot? Big, tall metal pot? I guess at Canadian Tire or something. Like a big spaghetti pot or something huge. I used to have a canner. I don't know where my canner is anymore either. Then we could melt more snow. But we are not going to really need it soon. I also have a bunch of stuff to take back to Canadian Tire from when I was going to fix all the plumbing. Anyway. So I also have been working in the sunroom a bit. Where's the sunroom? Over there. That's the door. It's closed. It's going to get cold in there again. Oh, and I've been cleaning up my kitchen too. Trying to organize it, make room for stuff. The room that really needs organizing is my weaving room. Maybe Ginny will help me with that. She likes weaving, or likes organizing. Anyway, if we do it, we'll film it. Okay, well I guess that's it then. Anything you need to say, Willie?
Have a great day.
Oh, telephone. Bye-bye. Well, we have a deer. We're about to be in action again. I have this camera, which I will use to zoom in and do all sorts of cool stuff like that. And I have this blank, oh, I didn't show you. This is my cool camera I have. It's a Handycam Sony. There are blue jays out there, but there's also a deer over there waiting to come. I did make a lot of noise when I opened the door and threw out more food, and I hit the wall with my bowl when the deer was standing there. So I guess I'll get set up. Bring this up a bit and cover myself so I have many colors here. And my hat is on so that it camouflages my face or my hair so they don't think I'm something else. But I think I'll start by filming this guy. Maybe I'll take a picture of him first. Much easier to see with the camera, isn't he?
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Bye. I have 8 bowls out there. Here, I'll explain it all to you. You see, there's a deer that's there's a deer which is a runt, or he's treated badly by the others, so he looks much smaller and scrawny. Anyway, and he gets pushed out of the way by the others. They take up their front foot and hit him on the shoulder over and over until he goes away. And so he gets out of the way and he stands with his back to everybody and just stands there forever. And he's been, if you see the stump bench out there, see, I put a thing of food out there for him on the stump bench. Can you see that?
Oh, yes.
The bowl, because he often goes that way to get out of the way of everybody. Meanwhile, everybody's up here eating. And they came this morning and they ate all the food in all the bowls. So I filled them up again. I've got them spread out so everybody gets a chance.
Oh, I see.
And then there's one by the door to keep them becoming quite tame, because I'll sit there by the door. But and I put them far away and in front of this window so that we can see them when they come from up here. You see the tracks, how much tracks are over from the hammock coming over? They get to there and then they have to climb. That's why that's low. And then they also come in a angle right there. One of them stepped. They came up the path and they stepped right on the hammock and swung the other night and then leaped off into the snow because it spooked them. But anyway, so from here, they gather around and eat here. And then they go in that pathway there in front of the hammock and then off around. They come right around the hill and go off around the house. They also eat here and then make from these dead trees. Oh, those aren't dead? Yeah, those are dead. That's the elms. They also make a path here and go around the side of the house. But they come up over there at the chute. Sometimes they're coming up right straight through there by my toilet chair. And they come up here. So you'll see them first. Now see down in the valley at the end of Dead Man's Run? You see right down there, you can see there are two trails. One goes out into the marsh and one goes coming down the hill, and you can see where it crosses the bottom of the valley. And they come across that and then they come up this way through the trees and across the hammock. So if you watch, if you're sitting here, you'll notice a deer down there. And then he'll come up the hill, and they're always, well, most of the time they're in groups. But there has been one that came alone. I think it might have been the scrawny one, but I think they follow the scrawny one around, make sure he doesn't get anything. I think the way they have figured out where the food is, other than being able to smell it, see it's in the teacups too?
Yeah.
You see it in the teacups? The birds are enjoying them. Blue jays are really enjoying the teacups there. What? So the blue jays, well, when I fill this up, I close the door. And so they hear the sound of the door every time, followed by the smell of molasses. And this stuff has lots of molasses in it, but the bag I got from you just brought in, hasn't got as much molasses. That one is, they say that the molasses freezes in the winter, gets too hard, so they put less molasses in it in the winter. I think it should be the opposite because they need more molasses. They need more sugar to keep warm. So this is my new life, Willem. So I don't want winter to go away because then I might not be supposed to be feeding the deer. I mean, they'll have lots of green grass and all that. You won't want to need it. But isn't that great?
They still have a big mess here to clean up. So there's only 5 of them that have been coming. They're the same 5 every time. Well, no, there's a new one that came today. We knew, I know the runt, I recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's usually one of 4 youth or yearlings. And then there's, when they first started coming, they all had their tails between their legs. They would be very careful with their tail between their legs, with their ears up, very listening. And then they would wiggle their tail when they finished. So when they finished listening, they would wiggle their tail just a minute, just, like flap, flap, or just once flap. And then they go do something else, like they might walk a little bit. And then they might stop and, and then they wiggle their tail a little bit. So whenever they're done something, they wiggle their tail just a little bit. Otherwise, their tail hangs down straight, flat. And one of the big ones, has a chunk out of his ear, like a notch, where you would cut the ear has been cut, so this little V shape out of the corner of their ear. And another one, a new one today, he keeps his tail straight up all the time. Usually they only put their tail up if they're spooked and they're going to run. But this one kept his tail up all the time. I think. I'm not sure if he put it down. He must have put it down after a while. But he was up here for quite a while with his tail straight up. We have a lot of wind today, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when they leave here, they go down here, and then you see them later going across there. So they go up that path, the path that goes kind of sideways up the side of the hill, and they take that up to the top of the ridge. Sometimes you see them walking around up there. Isn't that amazing? Yes?
Yes.
So nice they don't have a dog anymore. The deer would never come with a dog around. Do I have a purple smile?
Hmm?
Do I have purple on my lip?
You have purple on your lip, yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like a double smile? You want to kiss me, don't you? Goodbye.